It's that time of year again when all eyes are on the Met Gala, and the 2025 event is already shaping up to be another unforgettable night. But there's one name that won't be making an appearance on the red carpet: Meghan Markle. Now, let's take a closer look at why she won't be there this time around.
Yeah, it's been complicated.
The theme for this year's gala is superfine tailoring black style through the ages, celebrating the bold and unapologetic style of black dandies. So, who's on the guest list this year? Well, it's packed with some serious stars. Co-chairs for the event include Coleman Domingo, ASAP Rocky, Lewis Hamilton, Pharrell Williams, and of course, Anna Wintour. Now, Anna Wintour has had some kind words for Meghan in the past. But interestingly, Meghan has never actually attended the Met Gala.
I think she's amazing, and the royal wedding had the whole world watching, and I think that her choice was brilliant.
Back in 2019, Anna even mentioned how she'd love to have Meghan and Princess Kate at the event, saying they could leave their husbands at home, and it would be her dream to have the two of them together at the gala. That's quite a compliment.
I think the two duchesses, the young duchesses that they have in Britain, the Duchess of Cambridge and the Duchess of Sussex, are going to keep the royal family afloat, quite frankly.
But let's talk fashion for a moment. Meghan's style has definitely gotten people talking over the years. Some rumors even suggest her fashion might not be quite what the Met Gala typically looks for. But it's worth mentioning that Anna Wintour herself has spoken positively about Meghan's style. So it's unlikely that's the real reason she's not attending this year.
Platforms, yes or no?
Absolutely, yes.
Do you believe in a signature uniform to wear?
Well, it can get kind of boring.
What seems more likely, though, is that Meghan might have been invited but chose to decline. The rumor going around is that she decided to stay home with her two young children instead.
I'm the happiest that I've ever been.
In fact, last year, there were whispers that Meghan was hugely tempted to attend, but the timing didn't quite work out because her son Prince Archie's birthday falls right around the same time as the gala. This year, the Met Gala is on May 5th, which just happens to be the day before Archie's birthday, so it makes sense that Meghan would want to stay with her family for such an important occasion. In a recent appearance at the Time 100 Summit, Meghan spoke about balancing motherhood with work, saying that her responsibilities as a mom were just as important as her business endeavors.
What we're going to put out as our next tranche of SKUs as equally important to me as Archie losing his first tooth this week, which is about to happen, and I just hope we're back home in time for it.
Clearly, family comes first for her, so it makes perfect sense that she choose to stay home instead of attending a high-profile event like the Met Gala. Today, she and Harry are raising their two young children, 5-year-old Archie and 3-year-old Lilibet. And if there's one role Meghan holds closest to her heart, it's being a mom. As she put it with a laugh, "Oh my gosh, I love being a mom so much."
That being a mom is the most important thing in my entire life.
Much like many parents out there, Meghan is navigating the daily balancing act of work and motherhood. During the recording of the podcast, Meghan mentioned her own kids were unwell. One had RSV, the other had influenza A. But she was still juggling everything, from meetings to comforting little ones. As Meghan described it, "I hear the little pitter-patter of feet upstairs, home from school, cough syrup all night, rubbing the back, and we still find a way to show up for both."
There's a real delight in being able to be a present parent. And it's a luxury sometimes because we all have to work. We all have a lot of stuff to do, but when you can take a minute to just...
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Markle also admitted there are moments when she craves a break. "I just need a minute," she said, but then she finds herself scrolling through photos of the kids on her phone instead. Harry encourages her to take time for herself, but as Meghan put it with a smile, "I just want to cuddle."
You know, I'm very lucky. I am married to the funniest, sweetest, most charming. I mean, he's all the things that you're describing. He's an amazing father.
Since stepping away from royal duties, Meghan and Harry have tried to keep their kids out of the spotlight, as much as they can anyway. Meghan explained in their Netflix docuseries that protecting Archie and Lilibet is a priority. And Harry added that consent matters. They want to choose what to share and when. But we still get little glimpses, like the adorable pic Meghan shared of Harry and Lilibet on a boat earlier this year.
I gotta do this foot, Mama, because I was with you.
Or that sweet Instagram story of Archie and Lilibet enjoying a special Ukrainian Easter bread, a thoughtful gift Harry received during his recent visit to Ukraine.
Thank you.
With all the challenges Meghan and Harry have faced, from stepping back as senior royals to navigating parenting in the public eye, there might be another one looming on the horizon. And this time, it could come from Harry's own brother. You probably remember that after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped back from their senior royal roles in 2020, King Charles did take away their His and Her Royal Highness titles. But despite everything, he never stripped them of their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles. Why? Apparently, he thinks stripping those titles might backfire and damage his already shaky popularity. And here's where it gets even more dramatic. Rumor has it, once William becomes king, he's almost certain to pull the trigger and strip Harry and Meghan of their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles if they ever speak out against the royal family again. That's a huge move, especially considering those titles were a wedding gift from the late Queen Elizabeth.
You know, my grandmother has been amazing throughout.
Now let's talk about where all this tension really started. According to Harry's own words in Spare, William and Meghan didn't exactly hit it off from day one. Harry recalled the moment in 2016 when he introduced his then-girlfriend to his big brother. Meghan leaned in for a hug. Very normal in the States, right? But William apparently recoiled. Harry tried to laugh it off as a classic collision of cultures, but looking back, he started to wonder if it was something more. Spoiler, it probably was.
This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point.
In fact, according to Tom Quinn's book Yes Ma'am, The Secret Life of Royal Servants, that whole hugging thing kept being an issue. Meghan's warm, physical approach reportedly made William uncomfortable every single time they ran into each other. Staff even started whispering that Meghan might be flirting with William. Of course, there's zero evidence that's true, but you can imagine how rumors like that only added more tension. Quinn also claims Meghan's friendly style didn't sit well with other senior royals either. He writes that Kate, William, and even King Charles would flinch when she went in for a hug. Meghan later addressed this in her Netflix docuseries, saying she just didn't expect the formality to go that deep. "I was a hugger," she said. "I didn't realize that is really jarring for a lot of Brits."
I would crave being able to go hi and like, my friend, are you here? And to really be able to hold and touch. And
Harry also shared that William had his doubts about Meghan right from the start. In Spare, he shared that his brother warned him things wouldn't be easy if he dated an American actress. A term William, according to Harry, used in a way that came off more like a put-down than a neutral description.
At the time, it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Meghan didn't exactly get a warm welcome from her future sister-in-law either. According to Harry, there was a tense moment between Meghan and Kate back in 2018. Meghan had joked about Kate having baby brain after giving birth, and let's just say, Kate didn't take it well. She demanded an apology, saying, "We're not close enough for you to talk about my hormones." William backed his wife, pointing at Meghan and saying, "It's rude. It's not what's done here in Britain." Ouch. The tension between Meghan and William wasn't just talked about, it was caught on camera, earning it the name Scarfgate. In a resurfaced video, Meghan appears to be chatting with Prince William, but he seems more interested in adjusting his scarf for what feels like an eternity. Some saw it as an intentional cold shoulder, while others thought it was just bad timing. Either way, the awkwardness was off the charts. So yeah, with all that tension, it's not too surprising that William may be gearing up to take a more hardline approach than his father ever could.
I feel really let down.
So, what do you think? Will William actually strip Harry and Meghan of their titles when he becomes king? And if he does, do you think they deserve it? Let me know your thoughts.